So ngayon punta naman tayo sa integration techniques when it comes to integration po dito sa integral calculus, of course. So di ba sabi natin kanina pa, there are times na hindi gumagana si let u, hindi gumagana yung mga ganong steps. So ngayon doon papasok si integration techniques. And one of them is the integration by parts or the IBP, wherein ginagamit natin itong IBP pag meron tayong dalawang function na pinag-multiply sa ating integrand, and then we will choose kung sino ilalet u at sino ang ilalet dv doon sa given natin na function o given natin na integrand. Ngayon, after natin pumili kung sino si u, sino si dv at nakuha si v, ngayon we will apply this formula. Ano? So, yung integral of u dv, ayan. So, papalitan natin yun ng uv minus integral of v du. Ngayon, paano ba tayo pipili? Dun sa u and v, dun papasok si Eilate rule or Ilate rule. Mnemonic siya na kung saan yung kada letra ng word na yon, yung rule na yon, ay mayroong definition. First, for I is the inverse trigonometric function. Next, we have L or logarithmic function. We have A, algebraic function, T for trigonometric, and E for exponential functions. Okay, para saan ba yan? So, sa sunod-sunod na yan, yan yung pipiliin natin for U. Ano? So, sabi dyan, how to apply the Eilate rule. First, identify the functions. In your integration problem, identify the different types of functions involved. Sabi ko nga, dalawa lagi yung function natin sa integral or integrand. Dapat ganun yung given para magamit natin yung IBP. Ngayon, pag na-identify nyo na kung anong type of function, yung meron ka sa integrand mo or integral, i-apply natin yung rule. List the functions according to the Eilate rule order. The function appearing earlier in the list gets assigned as u. Ibig sabihin, kung sino yung nauuna doon sa ILAATE, doon, kung sino yung nauuna doon, yun yung ipaprioritize natin, yun yung gagamitin natin as u. Okay? Kung halimbawa, yung dalawa mong function sa integrand ay isang algebraic at isang trigonometric function, ano ba ang mauuna sa dalawa na yun? Doon sa may Eilate natin. Di ba ang mauuna kay algebraic and trigonometric is si algebraic. Therefore, ang ililet u natin is yung algebraic function doon sa integrand na given. Next, after we identify u, i-identify din natin si dv. Ang nangyayari naman dyan, pag nag-identify ka ng u kung ano yung natira na function, plus the differentials na kasama, yun na yung dv natin. Yun yung i-integrate natin na function. And then number 3, apply the rule. List the functions. Parang naulit lang pala to. So 1 and 2 lang, sorry. Naulit lang yung ating step. Ayan, naulit lang. 1 and 2 lang tayo. So let's try to apply kung paano ba gamitin itong Eilate rule and then the IBP. For number 1, we have integral of e raised to x sine x dx. Ayan. So, ang goal natin dyan is ma-integrate siya. Ano, kung sabi nga natin kanina sa step 1, i-identify daw muna natin ano ba yung mga functions na pumasok sa integrand natin. So, in this case, we have e raised to x. Ito yan. Yan yung isang function natin. And we know, yan po ay exponential function. Or sabihin na natin na e. E. Okay? And next, we have sine x, another function. Or yan ay trigonometric function. Okay, going back to our Eilate, yung rule natin, ano po ba ang nauuna kay exponential and kay trigonometric function? Nauuna si trigonometric function. And by that, we know na pwede nating i-let u si sin x kasi nauuna siya kay exponential na e raised to x. Ngayon, kunin natin yung derivative niya. Derivative of sin x is cosine x dx. And sabi natin kanina, pag nag-let u ka at yung natitira po, yung remaining sa integrand natin, yun ang magiging dv. In this case, ang magiging dv natin ay e raised to x dx. Okay, ito ang matitira sa atin. Ito. Ayan ang matitira. Okay? So, ang mangyayari, integrate both sides. We have v is equal to integral of e raised to x is just simply e raised to x kahit hindi nyo nalagyan ng plus c. Okay? So, ngayon, gamitin natin yung formula natin na uv minus v du. Ayan. So, isa-substitute lang natin yung mga values na nakuha natin dyan into this formula. U, nakuha natin or isinet natin na u ay si sine x, and v na integrate natin si dv as e raised to x. Okay, minus integral of v, yun nga po si ex o e raised to x. And yung ating du is cosine x dx. Okay. Is equal to e raised to x sine x minus integral of e raised to x cosine x dx. But as you can see, etong portion po na to, hindi pa rin siya kayang i-integrate. Okay, so anong gagawin natin? We will perform again the integration by parts. Uulitin po natin yung process. Okay, so ibig sabihin, titingnan ulit natin yung functions natin kung ano yung present. In this case, we have the e exponential again and trigonometric function. So ganun pala ulit. Nauuna si t doon sa isolate rule. Ibig sabihin, ang ililet u natin this time is cosine x. And if we differentiate cosine x, we have negative sine x dx. And then the remaining function, yun ang dv, e raised to x, and then dx. Then we integrate both sides of the equation. We have v is equal to e raised to x. Again, perform natin yung formula. E raised to x sin x, ito po ay i-rewrite lang natin. Okay? Minus. I-grouping symbol natin yan. Itong start ng grouping symbol, ito yung kabuuan yan. Papalitan natin siya. Yung u nating pangalawa, wag po ito ha, wag tayong malilito. Ito gagamitin natin yung pangalawang u. U is cosine x. U v is e raised to x minus integral of v e raised to x. Yung ating v du, yung du natin is negative sine x dx. Ayan, grouping symbol. Is equal to e raised to x sine x minus e raised to x cosine x. So ito ay minus, ito ay minus, ito ay negative, ito ay minus. Then meron ka pang minus dyan, ibig sabihin magkakaroon ka ng negative sign. Kumbaga pag dinistribute mo to, positive. Distribute mo yung negative sa positive, magiging negative ulit yung ating sign. Okay? So we will have e raised to x sine x dx. Makalimutan ko yung integral sign. Ayan. Ngayon, kung mapapasin natin, bumalik na naman tayo doon sa original natin na given. So pag nag-IBP ka ulit, iikot lang ulit, mauulit-ulit yung ating process, babalik ka na naman dito. Then hindi pa rin siya pwedeng i-integrate directly. Uulit ka na naman. So ano ang dapat gawin? So we know that the given is e raised to x sine x dx. This portion, integration pa rin yan, integral. Same dito, tama ba? So kung same yan, pwede natin gawin, ilipat natin ito doon sa side, sa kabila. So gawin natin siya, integral of x sine x dx. Since minus ito, magiging plus sa kabila. E raised to x sine x dx is equal to e raised to x sine x minus e raised to x cosine x. And then, since magkamukha ito sa kayan, pwede nating sabihin na yan ay 2 e raised to x sine x dx. Kasi magkamukha lang naman. Then we rewrite the right side of the equation minus e raised to x cosine x. And then meron pang 2 dyan sa kabila. Dapat wala. Dapat ito lang makikita mo dyan. Ang gagawin natin, multiply both sides of the equation by 1/2 para makancel po yan. And then we will have integral of e raised to x sine x dx is equal to yung 1/2 na minultiply natin dito. Huwag natin kalimutan. We have 1/2. Grouping symbol e raised to x sine x minus e raised to x cosine x. Huwag kalimutan yung plus c. Therefore, this is our final answer sa example 1 when it comes to IBP. Okay. Sir, ilang beses po ba tayo nag-IBP sa isang given? Actually, isa lang dapat. Isa lang talaga. Kumbaga, pag nakapag-perform na tayo ng formula na to, na-sustain yung formula na yan, and then yung nandito sa portion na to is nai-integrate na agad, stop ka na isang beses lang na IBP. But here, in example number 1, special case siya, 2 beses tayo nag-IBP. Kung pangatlo tayo mag-IBP pa, pangatlong beses pa, uulit lang ng uulit yung process. So pag gano'n ang nangyayari, pwede niyong gawin tong ginawa natin. Na right after ng second IBP is chinek natin yung given. Saka yung solution natin ito, saka iyaan na magkamukha sila at pwede natin silang pagsamahin. Okay? So simple as that po. For number 2, we have integral of x raised to 5 ln of x dx. Okay? So let's see kung ano dito yung mga functions na meron tayo. So we have x raised to 5 or ito po ay algebraic function. Pag sinabing algebraic function, x, y, mga variables and constant coefficients pinagsama-sama sa isang functions. Okay? So meron tayong ln x as another function which is a logarithmic function. If we check our islate, ang nauuna sa kanilang dalawa kay A and L is si L. Nauuna siya. Therefore, ang ating ililet u ay si ln of x. And then we get its derivative, which is dx over x. So all remaining functions sa ating integrand is magiging dv na lang po siya or x raised to 5 dx. We integrate both sides of the equation. We have v is equal to x raised to 6 over 6. Then, we proceed to our formula uv minus v du. Okay? So, substitute lang natin yung u natin, which is ln of x. And v natin na x raised to 6 over 6. Minus integral of x raised to 6 over 6. Times du po natin na dx over x. Ayan. So, 1 over 6, i-arrange lang natin. Ln of x minus, meron kang 6 dyan o yung 1 over 6 natin. Ilabas na natin as constant. Integral of, since meron kang x sa baba and may x kang raised to 6 sa taas, pwede natin gawin dyan, ika-cancel out yung isa, babawasan. Magiging x raised to 5 dx na lang po. And then we perform our integration kung kaya na. 1 over 6x raised to 6. Ln of x minus 1 over 6. So as we can see, as you can see, meron tayong x raised to 5 dx. Pag in-integrate, pwede naman na magiging x raised to 6 over 6. Don't forget, plus c. Simplifying, we have 1 over 6 x squared, x raised to 6, ln of x minus 1 over 36, x raised to 6 plus c. So now we have our final answer for example number 2. For example number 3, we have integral of x squared e raised to x dx. Again, check niya lang yung functions na available dito sa ating given integrand. And kung napapansin natin, dalawa sila, namely x squared saka e raised to x. Sa x squared, alam natin yan ay algebraic. Then we know that e raised to x is an exponential function. Ang nauna sa kanilang dalawa is of course si x squared or yung ating algebraic function. Therefore, yan ay let u is equal to x squared. Yan ang priority natin. Du is equal to 2x dx. And then all the remaining functions sa ating integrand is the dv, which is e raised to x dx. Then integrating both sides of the equation, we have v is equal to e raised to x. Going back to our formula, uv minus v du. Yung u nating nakuha is x squared. And then v is e raised to x. Minus integral of v natin is e raised to x and du is 2x dx. Okay. So rewriting lang tayo. E raised to x squared minus, may 2 ka na constant sa loob ng integral sign. Ilalabas lang natin. We have e raised to x dx. So kung napapansin natin, hindi pa natin kayang i-integrate itong portion na to. Di pa natin kayang i-integrate directly. So pag ganun po, uulit-ulit tayo ng integration by parts. Pipili ka ulit kung ano yung mauuna i-let u natin. So in this case, i-let u natin si x. Bakit her x? Kasi x is an algebraic function and e is an exponential function, and kung titingnan ulit si islate, nauuna po si x as algebraic function. Du is equal to dx. dv is equal to e raised to x dx. Or v is equal to e raised to x. Again, perform the IBP. X squared minus 2. Grouping symbol, wag pong kalimutan. Yung u natin is x. V is e raised to x minus yung v natin na e raised to x. Yung du natin na dx. So distribute lang natin e raised to x squared minus 2x e raised to x minus magiging plus 2 integral of e raised to x dx. Now there we have e raised to x squared minus 2x e raised to x plus 2. Integrating e raised to x dx is just simply equal to e raised to x and plus c. Therefore, this is our final answer for the last example po ng IBP. The point here is identify first the function po ng ating integrand. Saka tayo mamili kung sino ile-let u. And we already have the guide naman, the isolate rule po. Ano, kung sino yung ile-let u. The priority is u. Yung u muna. Ile-let u muna. Ang pagpili ng let u is yung isolate rule po. And then we proceed to basic integration formulas. And if hindi pa rin ma-integrate yung portion ng integral of v du, uulit po tayo ng IBP. And please, huwag tayo malito kung ano na yung ginagamit natin ng u, dv, saka v. Okay, so that's all sa ating IBP.